Welcome back to the channel. We are definitely not in the garage, not in the shop today, but we're at my buddy Kevin Tate's shop, and he is going to help me because if you remember on the old Bronco, I hit a tree. So here's our damage from the tree. And so what we're going to do today, it's actually going to be pretty awesome. We are going to we're going to paint a new tailgate, but we're going to try to make it look like this one with the red oxide rusty coming through, because the patina, it fits my truck. So my buddy Kevin, if you don't know who he is, he's an incredible painter, but he's a TV guy. He was on the show Trucks years ago, and I've done a lot of video stuff for him, and he actually has a course on painting that I filmed and edited for him, where, I mean, he goes through in detail how to paint, what to look for, what to do, and it's an incredible course. So if you've ever wanted to learn how to paint, definitely check out his course. I'll put a link in the description below. But yeah, pretty excited today to get the tailgate fixed.
Never trust bare metal, no matter how clean it looks. You always want to pre-wipe everything that you're going to put any kind of a wet coating on. And I will show you why. And it looks gnarly. That's what we're pulling up off of there. We're just going to go over it before we do any prep. Now, if we had prepped this, because we got to put scratches in it, mechanical tooth. But if we had done that, with my sandpaper, my scuffing pads, I'm going to grind all that schmutz down into the metal, and I don't want to do that. So the cool thing about a nice stamping like this is that we don't have to prime and sand it. We're going to prime it with a sealer, but we're going to paint right over top of the sealer.
Okay.
And it'll look factory like that because you can see all the dimples and all that stuff. But it's also, like I said, it's a nice quality stamping, and we don't have to sand and block it. If you were doing one of those Mecum auction, Coyote, full-on restoration Broncos, yeah, we'd prime it and block it, prime it again, and then all that stuff. But this one, I'm not going to say it doesn't matter if it's smooth.
Right.
But you don't want a perfect panel up against the rest of that truck.
No, it needs to match.
Yeah. And we're wiping it off again because that. All right, so from here, we've got a bare metal gate. It's prepped. I'm not going to say that John dropped the tailgate and put a dent in it. I'm not going to say that. But what we've got here is a filler repair with a small dent in the sheet metal. But from here, we can do what's called a wet-on-wet application. We're going to do a sealer coat on top of the bare steel, which makes that panel compatible with our paint. So right on top of the sealer, we'll go straight to the green color. We'll do our green color, and then we can come back in and get crafty and stylish and do our effects coating with the red oxide color and mimic the patina that's on John's actual tailgate and style this back up to that, because we'll have a gray ground coat, we'll have green, we'll have red oxide, and we can just really get creative there. So the gloves are off, the rules are gone, and it becomes really cool. Then the final bit of the effect coat is the way we treat the clear coat. Super shiny clear doesn't look like patina. We've got satin clear. We've got gloss clear. We can do a mix of both. Right up here, I've got flattening agents that'll make it look like a concrete sidewalk. That's shiny. And from there, it's just a kind of a cool thing to be able to get creative and style it. But we're starting off with actually what's a really good panel, except for that. When I look at that, it's pretty dang close. It looks a little pinkish, but when you look, so interesting. So this gun likes about 22 PSI. If you look at the gauge there, I'm at 7 PSI. Look at the edge, and look at this edge. Look how close that is, right? So, we're breaking rules here, but we're trying to follow that. So we can make that a little more random with a couple of different, maybe I can go like that, like that, whatever. I can mess around, figure that out. But now I know that about 7 PSI is gonna get me really close there. So I'll just kind of sneak up on it. So for me right here, the tailgate is going to get a lot of abuse. So to have a wear mark up here, I think makes a lot of sense. We're going to put some rust trails down there, but right here, I'm going to say that somebody's palm or somebody's thumb wore the paint off right there. All right, so we got to create the illusion of depth and age here. We can't do it with one single color. It looks too flat. So we're going to come in with an airbrush. It's a little bit darker. We're going to tint this oxide color a little bit darker. Come with an airbrush and just do a little bit more styling, just a little bit more realism. I've darkened the paint. I've thinned it out to a water thickness, and we're just going to see what else it does. I want a bit more dimension. Alright, so I can get some shading that way. I can do some rust trails here for that. Ish. With a little bit darker color, I'm getting that contrast, a little bit of a unevenness. It looks a little more authentic, a little bit of depth to it. when you're doing a project like this, the rules of applying these chemicals, they still apply. Where we can break rules is the rules of applying the colors to make it look like a new vehicle. That's where we can have fun and get creative. We can safely tape this to do a conventional two-tone, which is one color, a division, and then another color. So we're within our tape time. But what we want to do is create a hard edge here and make it look like the actual tailgate. So I want to I'm going to diminish the glue. See what I'm doing here? So rubbing the glue on my pant leg. What that does is it makes it stick less. So now I can bear into that surface a little bit. And I think the tape time on this product is about 20 minutes. So I can come in here. I can pull it back just so I can see that style line break. And that's going to give me my hard edge. So my paint will and I can even pull it unevenly to where it's inconsistent. I don't want it perfect. None of this has to be perfect. Things oxidizing and wearing out in nature are not perfect. So we're going to make it inconsistent there. I'm going to bring another piece of tape. This way I'm not polluting this other with my overspray. Oops, well, tape sure likes to stick to itself. All right, good. So now I'm going to come in here and judiciously apply a little bit of green and try and get the same effect that's on the other gate.
I think that did it. Look at that.
The clear is half shiny, so this is more like a satin clear anyways. So we're going to start with the satin clear and brighten it up with a full clear, but it's flatter right here. So what we're going to do is called a two-gun method. I'm going to clear the panel so we have protection from UV and it's strong so you can touch it, and then I'm going to come back and style the flat clear over top of our patina places to make it look a little bit closer to this, because this is flat, that's sort of halfway shiny, and it's inconsistent all the way around. So we can really play with it from here and continue to build on the dimension and depth of what took 60 years to occur here and about 2.5 hours here.
So what I'm going to do now is move all of this stuff onto the new tailgate. But some of this I'm going to keep just because it looks original, looks old, and but I'm going to replace these, and I think I'm going to replace some of the internal components. None of these want to come out. See these little guys right here? They will not come off. But when I bought this tailgate from Tom's Offroad, I got the the one that had all the goodies in it. And I totally forgot about it until like right now, because that thing wouldn't come off. And so I thought, oh well, I'll put it on later, or I'll figure it out later. But now I realize I've literally got every part to rebuild this tailgate. I was actually a little bit bummed because I'm supposed to be leaving for Super Celebration tomorrow. And I was like, oh man, I'm not gonna have my tailgate ready to go because I can't get that stupid thing off. I'll put a link in the description below where you can get the kit. The tailgate itself is like 300 bucks, and then the kit with all the kit parts, it's like 700. So it's a good bit more, but it literally comes with everything you need to install the tailgate, which is fantastic. I was gonna try to keep some stuff to make it, you know, kind of have that still patina kind of look, but I'm not gonna worry about that now. We're gonna put chrome pieces on there and it's gonna look all shiny and new, but I get to put it on before Super Celebration unless something happens again today, but hopefully it won't. So let's take a look at this. So this is the important part. So you got the little cup, you got your handle, and then these rods. And the rods actually go to these pieces here that go in the side right in there. So I'll kind of build it out of the truck first. So this one is going to go, let's see, goes in like that and catches. So that's how that one goes. This one's kind of the same thing. Goes in and catches. So then this bolt will actually go through this piece, and that is what holds each of the rods. And then it'll drop into the handle. And so as you turn the handle, it pulls the two rods separately. So through the handle like that. So it'll be like that, and then as it opens, it turns the rods. So yeah, as you open it, it turns those rods, and they will pull the tailgate. All right, now to remove the tailgate, you have to get the tailgate up so that these are in line and can come out. But then what you have to do is unbolt this bolt, and there's one on the bottom, and then this piece will actually slide in this channel up and allow you to lift the whole tailgate up and slide it out. It's definitely a two-person job, so get a buddy to help. Or in my case, Mrs. Nashville Early Bronco. I made it to the Bronco Super Celebration and the tailgate looks amazing. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to check out Kevin's video and make sure to check out his course. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.